Alright guys, sorry for the clickbaity title, but I've decided to make a video called the Best Indie RTS. So I've stumbled upon 8-Bit Army, so I haven't stumbled upon it. I've been playing for a little while. And I think it's probably deserving of that spot. Now, truth be told, I haven't played every Indie RTS, and I think Spellforce 3 deserves an honourable mention, considering the setup it's got and the following it's managed to build itself. And also to Age of Empires Online, it didn't make the cut either because it's actually a AAA game with volunteer developer support through Project Celeste. But yeah, I'll put links to both of those in the description. But yeah, I've stumbled onto 8-Bit Armies. I think it's the best. The thing is, it's an RTS game with an inbuilt RTT, real-time tactics game mode, which I am useless at. I'm not even going to bother playing that right now. But I wanted to go over all the other features of the game. So it does have a game manual, and there is 2 civilizations, 2 factions in the base game. So you've got the Renegades and the Guardians. These are available just in 8-Bit Armies. And you've got the Deathsworn and the Lightbringers. And you've also got the Cranioloids and the Marines in the 2 expansions of the games. So there's basically 2 civs at each installment of the game. You can actually play them all, I believe, in Skirmish these days with only the base mode. I think, I'm not 100% sure on that, but more or less what you're paying for when you pay for the expansions is their campaign modes. So the campaign both is a campaign and a challenge mode. So I'm just loading up an in-progress campaign, but if I just surrender this, go back to here. Now this is my Renegades campaign. You got all these objectives to do, and you really only need to do a 1-star run to unlock the next level. But if you get 3 stars, you get more bonuses going in to the next stage. So it's always worth to do it. You've actually got to play on the higher difficulties to unlock those bonuses as well, and they've got a little challenge you've got to try and do on the map in order to achieve it. So that's the campaign mode. I think it's pretty sick. You can actually play it co-op. I'm not sure how all that works. I haven't done it before, but it looks pretty bloody cool. And again, well, I'll go back to Skirmish in a sec, but we'll go through on the multiplayer. There is LAN online. There isn't even an observe function for any games that allow for observing. So we've got a couple of random players there playing a game. There's even a ranked system where you can pick your civ or a random one. So yeah, I think it's a really sick game. Some really cool mechanics. So you can enable or disable the ability for your harvesters to actually run over infantry units. You can actually adjust the amount of resources per node, whether random crates spawn in the locations, and the likelihood. And yeah, I think it's a really cool game. So yeah, it's on Steam, and it's an absolute ripper of a time.
Ready to fight.
So I'm playing in the base mode as one of the base factions right now, but I'm actually playing on one of the maps from one of the expansions, and I don't know what faction my opponent's got. He could also be any of the 6 factions. Could be one of the base ones, could be one of the later ones now. So it doesn't matter which mode you load up. Basically the game has 3 different installs when you do get the expansions, but it doesn't really matter which you load, because then you can play any civ from there in the skirmishes or in the ranked or online systems. It's really only in the campaigns that you actually need to boot up in the right form of the game. You know, invaders or hordes. Hordes is the one with the Deathsworn and the Lightbringers. Invaders is Marines and Cranioloids, and you get Guardians and Renegades in the base game. So yeah guys, that sort of wraps it up. Bit of an overview of 8-Bit Armies, what I think is probably the best indie RTS game on the market at the moment. Like I said, I haven't managed to play all of them. I think Spellforce probably deserves a bit of an honourable mention, and Project Celeste as well for the work that they've done in reviving Age of Empires Online. But yeah, check out 8-Bit Armies. It's really worth it. Petroglyph really outdid themselves with this game. It's bloody great, and it is quite active actually for an indie RTS. Like, there is
Move out.
generally, you know, a couple of dozen players on, and during the peak hours, yeah, it can sort of even bloom out from there a little bit. So you can get a bit of PvP activity. There is a Discord from the game. I'll link that in the description as well. But yeah, guys, check out 8-Bit Armies.